Hello and welcome to round 13 here at Grand Prix Atlantic City. And we are about to watch Luis Scott Vargas play against Rafe Istvan here in the first round of action with these new draft decks. We just watched Luis Scott Vargas draft this deck. It's blue-black. It's got a lot of exploit. It's got a lot of removal. Not sure which direction he sort of tuned the deck in yet. We haven't gotten the... Ooh, wait. Yes, we have.
Ooh, we do have deck lists. Nice. This is Luis.
So tell us about what, first tell us about what Rafe Istvan's playing. Obviously green-white.
So Rafe looks like he has a pretty aggressive green-white deck. I see a lot of 2-drops in here. Looking through, he has a lot of the good green commons, things like Stampeding Elkherd. He has some of the good white removal, things like Silk Wrap and whatnot. In the way of powerful rares, I don't really see much here.
Okay, well there's the Silk Wrap you mentioned. It takes out a Marshall. Luis has used Flatten on a Morph, and now he's at 5 mana, and 5 mana is where his deck starts to tick. He's got multiple Silumgar Butchers. He just plays one as a snid. Oh.
Yeah,
well, there's a Teamer Sabertooth.
That is the best card in Rafe's deck, by a lot.
And there's a Ruthless Deathfang.
With a lot of exploit, Ruthless Deathfang can get out of hand very quickly.
Yes, and there's a lot of action in Luis's deck, if not in his hand right now, but in his deck as far as how to do it. He's got Sidisi Undead Vizier.
Wow.
Epic Confrontation. Yeah. Takes down the Ruthless Deathfang.
That was really important for Rafe to get rid of.
No creatures in play for the Sabertooth to protect itself should Luis draw one of his many Reach of Shadows.
It looks like Luis just has a handful of land here.
Yeah, or another Silumgar Butcher, or another Ruthless Deathfang. All right, here's a Morph. No 5th land for the activation. Can Luis find something? He attacks with the Butcher. And this looks like, is this Foul Renewal?
Ooh, and that's quite a good one.
Foul Renewal on the Sabertooth. Getting back to Deathfang. Plays a 4th land.
He's got to be happy with that.
So I think we're going to see, no, we're not going to see Hunt the Week here. Oh, it's a Misthoof Kirin.
Not bad.
Turns it up and gets in for some damage. Vigilant. And then plays an Einok Guide. And you know what? He needs to go find his 5th land.
Yeah. And that's one of the nice things about that card. Sometimes it's just a bear. Other times, finds you the land you need. Foul Renewal was a nice draw step for Luis there. Got really flooded, but a card like Foul Renewal does a lot to help you catch up there. Beautiful 2-for-1 in that spot. Another land there up the top for Luis.
Here comes the Butcher. Rafe's at 9, Luis is at 10 this game.
This is a careful race here. I wonder if any of Rafe's siblings have children. Because then he would be Uncle Istvan.
I see. That would be the best. All right, here we go. 5 mana. Stampeding Elkherd. Can't attack in the air though. The Deathfang's holding things down.
Ooh, and I believe he just drew his Sidisi.
Oh, well. That's going to be interesting.
That should be very interesting because, I mean, he might be able to search for like a chain of things to dispatch a Rafe's board.
He does have a Gurmag Drowner. Actually, no, he has a Sidisi Faithful. This is only blue card from Dragons of Tarkir. So, all right, well, here is the Undead Vizier.
Ooh, and sacrificing Sidisi, not sacrificing the Butcher. Interesting.
Yeah, he wants to attack this turn. Goes and gets a card. He's gonna clear the board this turn is what's gonna happen. He went and got Sidisi's Faithful. He's gonna play Sidisi's Faithful, exploiting itself.
Yep.
He's gonna bounce the Elkherd. Rafe Istvan is gonna have to sacrifice the Mist of Kirin to the Ruthless Dancing ability, and then he swings in for lethal damage.
Yeah. Luis Scott Vargas, very good at birthing pod chains.
That's kind of what this was. He's like,
Beautiful play there from Luis.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. Flooded out a little bit, but his cards are so powerful. Cards like Foul Renewal, cards like Sidisi, that was very sweet. And again,
that was fun to watch.
Both of these players, if they want to make the top 8, they need to 3-0 this draft.
Just keep on winning.
Now, players who don't need to 3-0 their draft are Frank Skarin and Jacob Wilson. They're 11-1. Both of these guys have a loss to give. Wow, Frank Skarin, he's in a great spot here.
Yeah, the Eternal coming in.
Yeah. Okay, you see Dramoka eats a Palace Familiar. Draw a card.
Dramoka will start bolstering itself in the not too distant future.
The game usually doesn't go that long.
Nope. These days, people have a bunch of Palace Familiars and whatnot. They're chump blocking. Sometimes you get there. So they get that chain of chump blockers going.
Looks like a Shield Hide Dragon. For Wilson.
Instead of playing the Zephyr Scribe in hand, instead chooses to leave open mana to tap down Frank Skarin's
Guardian Shieldbearer.
Shieldbearer.
Yeah.
Seems like a wise decision here, only at 14, facing down against quite a bit of damage from the other end.
Well, but Frank Skarin's tapping a lot of mana. He's got an elite scale guard.
And
that is gonna be pretty much the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna...
Decides to put the counters on itself. He's got 2 creatures with... Nope. Decides to put it on the Shieldbearer. Shieldbearer is going to get tapped. In comes Dromica. He gets to tap the Sky Captain. He gets to put counters on the Scale Guard. This is why I was advocating for Scale Guard before when we were watching that draft. This card just does that. But I mean, it's nice if you happen to have a Dromica the Eternal as well.
Yeah, that helps a little bit. Elite Scale Guard, one of the better uncommons in the set. The thing is, when you're ahead, I think it is very easily the best uncommon in that set. And when you're at parity, it's one of the best uncommons in the set. And if you're behind, it's still good. But it's definitely, the further ahead you are, the better it is. The more aggressive your deck is, the better it is.
Jacob Wilson's like, I've seen enough. I will now go to my sideboard for every Pinion Feast and I don't know, whatever I could find. So,
yeah, looking to
we're coming back now
crash
to
some flyers back down to the ground.
The match between Luis Scott Vargas and Rafe Istvan. Luis up a game handily. It was quite exciting. Rafe scuffled a little bit for his mana though. Luis flooded and Rafe scuffled, but
I feel like I'd rather be stuck on 4 in most games than draw 10 lands. Then again, if I'm going to draw 10 lands, Sidisi seems like a pretty nice card to come off the top for me.
Okay, we're underway. Forest Island. No turn 2 play from Rafe, but Luis has a turn 2 play. He's got a Jeskai Sage.
Does Luis not have black mana?
Hasn't shown any yet. There's a morph from Rafe. You see his legs kind of kicking there under the table. Oh wow, no third land from Luis Scott Vargas. Plenty of things to do. He's playing 18 lands in his deck.
Carry situation here. Especially
Sandcrafter Mage. Put a counter on the morph. Get in for 3. Luis is like, okay. Still blocking it.
Yeah. He wants to find that land.
He did find land. He found a swamp, in fact.
Good one to find.
plays Hand of Silumgar.
Another good one. Luis's deck is great.
Oh yeah, it's so sweet. And like the scariest thing for his deck is if he doesn't get to 5, because he's just got so many things that happen at 5. He's got 2 Silumgar Butchers. He's got 3 Reach of Shadows.
Jeez. So he's definitely playing 8 land. This looks like a deck that really wants some monuments.
So there we got a 5th land for Rafe and another Morph. It looks like another Hand of Silumgar is going to come down. So he's, I guess, trying to choose between a Morph and a Hand here. Decides to play the Hand.
Seems reasonable. It gives you much safer blocks against this pair of morphs, especially when your opponent's about to play their 6 land.
6 mana for Rafe. You know. And Luis blocks the Morph. I think it's going to be a Shield Bearer. It is.
Yep.
So, 3 power Shield Sandcrafter Mage, 3 power Morph. Facing down. But there's a 4th land.
Certainly be worse.
See a Mistfire Adept. Plenty of options for Luis here.
Mistfire Adept's pretty powerful card.
Yeah, it really is. He had a couple tough decisions there. So he's going to just play a Shambling Goblin and a Dutiful Attendant. And pretty happy to just chain his Hand of Silumgars here. 7th land for Rafe. Gets in with the Sandcrafter Mage. Yep. And yeah, Hand of Silumgar will eat that. There's a Circle of Elders.
Bunch of 5s in Luis's hand.
Well, I mean that is the scary part of his deck, right? It really clumps up a little higher on the curve here. I mean, Rafe's giving him some time to develop.
Yeah, Luis did a very good job stabilizing things pretty early on. The double Hand of Silumgar.
He picked those hands very highly in the draft. He knew he needed them pretty desperately.
And Dutiful Attendant is nice because it combos so well with the hand.
Yeah, one of the interesting picks in the draft that I know Marshall was talking about was that he took one of his Reach of Shadows, in fact took his 3rd Reach of Shadows, over a Sultai Emissary. And it was kind of interesting. Like, you already have 2 Silumgar Butchers, you have 3, do you want the 5th 5-drop spell there, or, oh, there's a Hunt the Weak on the Mistfire Adept. But now that's going to turn on Foul Renewal.
Yeah. I mean, he drew the 5th land, though, so I don't know if he's going to want to do that. He may simply want to, yep.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to CDC. I'm going to sacrifice Dutiful Attendant to get something back. Thinking about what he wants to get back. Gets back a hand. Now he gets to tutor.
He's going to find Ruthless Deathfang? He doesn't have to show it to his opponent.
He might get a land. I don't know what he's holding.
It looks like his hand is just a pile of 5s, though, so I don't know if
his deck is a pile of 5s. A really good pile of 5s.
Yeah, these seem like fine 5s to have a pile of.
Yeah, it's like, good luck getting through my CDC right here. And
oh,
by the way, if you do kill the CDC, he can Foul Renewal it back.
Yeah. And then he can go search his deck for any card he wants. Again.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah, I don't think Rafe really stands much of a chance anymore. That's it. Despite being stuck on island to island, while his opponent was already at 4 lands in play and curving out, Luis Vargas managed to come out of the woods here. Above 10 life.
Yeah, he's in a good spot. Wow, lots of land for Rafe.
Rafe getting a little bit flooded. He's inverted a bit here.
So, turns up the Segmented Crotic, Trades with the Death Fang. I mean, with the Vizier. But you know what? It's just coming back.
It's coming right back. He's even going to get to attack for one. Embarrassment of riches.
Yep. Plays a morph. No. Oh, plays a morph. Plays the land. Plays the Hand of Silumgar. Just develops his board. He's under no pressure here.
Seems very reasonable.
Wow. His hand is unbelievable. He's even got a coat of venom in his hand.
Yeah, I mean,
He's
at
got
this
a foul
point, what's he
renewal
going
in
to...
hand. Okay. Salt Road Quartermasters. Yeah. Trades the Circle of Elders with the Hand of Silumgar, and then there's a Scion of Ugin.
And I think that will probably
That may warrant a foul renewal.
Yes, I believe so. What are you going to return with your foul renewal? Oh, just a DC.
Just a DC. May also just warrant the Reach of Shadows. Oh, no, wait.
Can't?
Cannot. So. Oh.
No.
Yeah,
Reese
Luis just
must smell
He's
something
gotta
fishy
smell-
here.
you
He's
gotta
like,
smell.
Wait, but why? Wait, I thought he made a mistake. Why is he? What's going on?
Yeah, Luis wastes no time attacking. We know he's holding the coat. Rafe's like, oh, is it coat? Are you bluffing? It's like, oh, I hate to get bluffed here on camera. Blocks the morph. It's a trade. Luis has so many cards, he 2-for-1s himself.
Yeah, I mean, no
He's
big
like,
deal.
whatever.
Yeah.
I've got the. But
Foul
you know,
renewal's another
but no
2-for-1.
cards in hand for Rafe until his draw step there. And now he draws in a Tarka Beastbreaker. And then this is
A relatively unexciting Beastbreaker. Just trades with a Shambling Goblin. Yeah.
renewal. Get back, Sidisi. Oh my gosh. Now he just drew a flatten.
Yeah, his deck is a really good pile of 4s and 5s. With a nice 6 on the top.
Here's Sidisi. Sacrifice my Shambling Goblin.
Oh, he has more than one Ruthless Death Fang, huh?
Oh yeah, he has 2.
Yeah. And one of them just went right into his hands. Earlier, I believe we were talking about Ruthless Death Fang being the best of the 2-color dragons,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Here's Stampeding Elk Herd. It's just gonna eat a Reach of Shadows. Get in for 4. Play a gain land. Luis goes up to 13. Rafe's got nothing.
Just completely out of gas here.
Mind Rot.
Wow. He wasn't out of gas, now he's actually just out of gas.
Wandering Tomb Shell.
So, do you think this is the alternate reality version of the meandering tower shell?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Not quite as impressive this time around.
No, it does its job.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
Okay.
Luis loves toughness.
Yeah. Okay. Flatten a Tarka Beastbreaker, and this should be swinging for lethal. Rafe extends a hand. Luis Scott Vargas, 11 and 2. He's got a sick deck.
Yeah, this
as
deck
long
is
as his
exciting.
deck draws mana, it seems like he can deal with just about anything.
Yeah, I would be terrified by a deck like that.
Big smile. He's like, wow. Yeah, this deck's good.
That played out
Played out exactly how I wanted it to.
It's a little bit of drama along the way. All right, so we're going to pick up the action here in the middle of game 2 between Frank Skarin and Jacob Wilson. Seeing illusory gains on a Glade Watcher. Looks like Dragon Lord Ojutai just got returned to the earth.
Yeah. Dragon Lord Ojutai does a lot of scary things, but luckily there are a number of commons that just get rid of it.
And there's illusory gains. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's Encased Ice. Just tapping down a Glade Watcher. I apologize. Yeah. So Dunecaster taps down this 3/3 Sandcaster Mage, a Morph from Frank Skarin.
Frank Skarin looking to once again be pulling ahead here.
Yeah, tell people a little bit about Frank if they don't know him. I know you know Frank pretty okay.
Yeah, I mean he's been destroying Grand Prix for the last 3-4 years.
Inox Survivalist at the end of the turn. Just snap it off. Take care of that Encased Ice.
And he's formidable now.
Yes.
That's nice. It's a lot of damage coming in. These two know each other pretty well.
Yeah.
They've definitely run into each other quite a bit. Day 2s of Grand Prix. These are guys who are consummate X1ers on day 1.
Yeah.
When you go to a Grand Prix, these guys are always 8-1.
Okay, Glade Watcher now can attack. Jacob Wilson chooses to tap the Sandcrafter Mage. He's going to put 2 creatures. He's going to put Zephyr Mage in front of Inox Survivalist. He's going to put Sandcrafter Mage in front of the Inox Guide. Eat them both.
He's going to take 6
Shuts off
here.
Formidable for Frank Skarin. For the moment. But
Back on.
Yep. There's a Light Walker. Here's a Sandcrafter Mage. Perfect sequencing. Now he has a 3/2 flyer. He has a formidable Glade Watcher. Pacifism on the Light Walker from Jacob Wilson.
It's a great thing about a card like Lightwalker is even when you draw it late in the game, it can draw cards like Pacifism out of your opponent's hand.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't shut off Formidable, so tap your Sandcrafter Mage. Frank doing things a little differently here. Didn't snap, animate the Glade Watcher.
It waits for his opponent.
Yeah, he waits
to
for his
target the
opponent.
mage.
Outside, just not, yep. So it's like, I'll just attack with this guy. Just gets in for 2 with the Sandcrafter Mage.
It's driving Jacob down to 7.
But he's tapping all his mana. He's playing a Ward Scale Dragon.
I can appreciate that.
He's like, you can't tap this? You pacified my other flyer. Do you have another answer? You're at 7. Next turn, he also gets to animate the Glade Watcher now. Animate's not quite the right word.
Yeah,
Liberate?
like,
how about liberate?
Liberate?
Yeah, liberate. I don't know.
Uproot?
Mobilize.
Yeah.
Uproot is good. I like uproot.
Yeah.
But there's the hand from Jacob Wilson. Frank Skarin wins 2-0. He goes to 12-1. And he is in pretty good shape here for the top 8. May not even need another win.
Yeah, might just be able to go draw.
Yeah, you might be able to get a draw. Might even be able to get a lost draw. I'm not sure how this breaks out. But Frank Skarin, 2 limited GP wins already under his belt.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
For somebody who's been going at this for just a couple of years now.
Yeah. So meanwhile, we have more Magic to show you. Christian Calcano, also 11-1, playing Andrew Cuneo, also 11-1, and a Calcisma Behemoth is getting into the red zone, and joined by a is that Hardened Berserker or a Scream Reach Brawler? I stepped on my glasses in the hurry to get at the New Jersey Subway sandwich, and so I apologize.
The White House subs are
Yeah, the
Pretty
food here in Atlantic
delicious.
City has been better than advertised.
I'm a big fan. Yeah.
We'll talk about it later. In the meanwhile, Andrew Cuneo playing Carsey High Priest, card that I know several of his Pantheon teammates view as unplayable.
Really?
Yeah,
Even with Dragons of Darkir in the mix?
I don't know how they feel with Dragons, but I know Owen has been pretty dismissive of the card in the past.
Yeah. I feel like Dragons pushed it up a little bit because if you're building your deck to work with the exploit mechanic. There's obviously something to be said for that card, but
So Lotus Path Jin gets in for Cuneo. Calcano's up a game here. I think I see an Outpost Siege in hand for Calcano.
That's not a bad one.
Activates his Calcisma Behemoth, or attacks with it and pays the tax.
Pays the tax. It's a very Brooklyn card. The mailing list that I'm on from that area, a lot of people were excited to play with that card in Limited. I'm not 100% sold, but
Yeah, it's very good. I'm from Brooklyn.
yeah, you are from Brooklyn.
So the Brawler and the Vulture's Haven bounce off of each other. Flattens get traded across the table. Calcano, of course, waiting until Andrew was tapped out so that he could activate his Carsey High Priest to sort of get some advantage back off of the removal spell. There's a Sib-Sig Icebreakers. Both players have a land to discard.
Not a huge turn of events there.
In comes the Haven. Cuneo's down to 5 here. Calcano falls to 14.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Calcano seems to have some pretty decent ones in hand now.
And Cuneo's like, oh, you want to pay 2 mana every turn for your behemoth to attack? I'll pay 2 mana every turn to block it forever and ever. And there is the Outpost Siege. Cons or Dragon? Oh, that's Cons.
It's cons.
Yeah, maybe if it was a more complicated board.
Yeah, Dragons comes up surprisingly
Yeah.
often. Especially more recently in Standard when people are playing that card.
Yeah. But now, this should let Calcano just grind this game out.
He's still got 14 life, and
Yeah, he falls to 12 here from the attack from the Vulture's Haven.
Cuneo looks to be trying to draw up the top.
He's going to Mind Rot him.
Oh, wow, that's great. And
He gets an Orc Sure Shot and...
Holigon's command.
Oh, wow.
It's a really nice one. That is also a nice one.
Mardu Strike Leader.
Did you just dash that in?
I'm not sure.
Christian's at 12 here.
You got to pay 2 for your Behemoth to attack.
Yeah, he still has enough.
Yeah,
to
you
it.
dash it in.
I think so, right?
Yep, tax with both. Pays his tax. Gets a warrior token.
Yeah, nice little 2/1 warrior. Mardu Strike Leader is a card that's actually shown up in a couple constructed decks recently.
And now it looks like he's going to clear the Carsey High Priest. Trying to figure out how he does this. If he sacrifices the token, if he sacrifices the manifest, he's going to lose. Yeah, he can't. He has to lose both.
Yeah.
Because if he replaces it, then he won't have the ability to deal with the Strike Leader, which is just going to leave a guy every turn.
Yeah, it's going to produce a lot of incidental card advantage there. And Christian already drew an extra card here off the cons by getting that.
There's Coat with Venom. Attacks with both. Vulture Haven blocks the Calcisma Behemoth. Coat with Venom, he's like, well, I'm gonna get the advantage while I can. But contradict for Cuneo. He's like, I'm gonna contradict your card advantage.
I really like that contradict. It makes quite a bit of difference.
Well, it's the difference between being a 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And it lets him draw a card, which is also obviously crucial here.
He might be drawing to something like Crux.
Wow, there's a Jeskai Sage.
Ooh.
Carsey Sadist exploits. Gets to gain 2. Draw a card off the Sage. But look at this. Is that a Stone-Hued Retainers?
Yeah, it's huge stone retainers.
Huge Stone Retainers, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good turn.
It's a very good.
Oh, but
Yeah.
Magmatic Chasm for. And Christian Calcano, 12-1.
I'm impressed.
Calcano's been doing pretty well lately.
He has.
Yeah, remember he's coming off a Grand Prix top 8 in Cleveland. So is Andrew Cuneo, of course.
Yes.
So are a lot of people.